that a lack of an atmosphere within a business is the most common reason people decide not to do business with a company.
Wow.
Welcome to Success Confidentials.
9 minutes every week that'll level up your practice. If you're a healthcare visionary obsessed with patient experience, team culture, marketing, and growth, you're in the right place.
We are too. We're Lauren
and Christine,
the patient whisperers. We worked together for 4 years as leaders in a real premium practice.
We did not play in the traditional healthcare sandbox and believe human emotions drive all success, and it really, really worked. We grew our cash pay practice an average 60% year over year.
And on social media, we grew our followers from 1,000 to 14,000 in just 2 years, generating millions in annual revenue from social media alone.
So now we're out here sharing what made us wildly successful so you can be too.
Let's have some fun.
Let's dive in.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us for Success Confidentials. Today we are talking about ambiance. How does it feel when I walk into your practice and throughout my visit?
Basically, everything that affects our senses is what we mean when we talk about the ambiance in our practice. And this is really important because perception is reality. For example, if I walk into practice and I see clutter at the front desk, my perception, I instantly feel that this practice is messy and disorganized, which erodes my feeling of trust and that they don't really have it all together.
And the research takes it really a step further to show us that a lack of an atmosphere within a business is the most common reason people decide not to do business with a company.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But it makes sense. I feel that way. I always notice the ambiance in a restaurant, a store, specifically a healthcare practice.
And it's so powerful because it evokes so many different feelings as a consumer when you walk into a business and the ambiance just really doesn't hit the mark or measure up to your expectation, what you thought it was going to be like.
Yeah.
And in that same consumer study by Daziel and Powell, it also showed us that when consumers are deciding who to do business with, what matters most is their product, the value proposition, and third is the ambiance of the business, how people feel when they walk into your doors.
That's really high, but it makes sense. Think about when you walk into a practice, because we are all patients at some time or another. We all have to go somewhere and walk in as a patient. You notice how it smells. You notice the decor. Does it feel current and fresh or a little outdated and musty? The temperature. Is it comfortable or is it freezing cold or a little too warm? And my big one is the bathroom. I always notice bathrooms. How many times do we go into a practice and the bathroom is like the afterthought? It's a little messy. Side note, make sure you have team members that it is their job or they rotate every hour to check patient-facing bathrooms. Non-negotiable.
And this really reminds me of a story you were telling me about a practice you visited the other day that has a great reputation in our community, is known for being a great surgeon, is known for having the best technology, but you didn't feel it when you walked in.
Yes. So I was a new patient at this facility and I know this surgeon through friends in the healthcare community. So I know this surgeon's phenomenal. I know they invest in the best technology, but walking in as a patient, I didn't feel that. In the waiting room, there were stains on a lot of the chairs. You know, you could see kind of around the edges, there was a little bit of dust. It didn't look like maybe the waiting area had been deep cleaned in a long time. I got back to an exam lane, an exam room, and there were cracks in the vinyl on the guest chair, you know, on the side where you're, someone who's with you can sit. And so it really just felt like they didn't take care of their facility. It felt like maybe they needed to do some updates. It didn't feel like they were this state-of-the-art facility that I know they actually are when it comes to technology and patient care.
And the thing is, the reality of it all is that a lot of patients don't know what we do being behind the scenes in healthcare. So that right there is their perception of your practice.
Yeah, they're going to judge you based on what they see and feel, that ambiance. So we have to make sure that ambiance matches The reality. A couple of takeaways is just walk into your practice with fresh eyes. We can become blind to things because we walk in every single day. We see the same things every day, so we stop noticing things. Reset your buttons, walk out, walk in your front door, and look at things as if you were a new patient, judging everything you see and feel.
And we understand it can obviously be very expensive to make updates, but pick one thing once a month or once a quarter to update and stay on top of your practice's ambiance.
And last thing, this sounds simple, but clean up. Stacks of papers, stacks of mail, specifically the front desk or those tech stations, nurses stations, these areas for administration can look really messy really fast. So have a reset day. Go buy organization supplies. Find systems for all the papers and all this stuff. And then once a week, what we did was Friday was cleanup day. Every single Friday, every department wouldn't leave until they had tidied up for the week, and it helped us really stay on top of things where it wasn't a big chore every now and then. If we can help you with anything related to today's topic, use the link to schedule a free 30-minute synergy session just for new practices.
For our existing practice clients, you already know where to find us.
Now we want to hear from you. What resonated? What other topics are hot for you right now? We want to know all about it in the comments.
We're just a comment away, so if you have any questions, we personally respond to all comments and DMs. If you're not subscribed yet, make it easy on yourself to see new episodes and reference topics that are helpful by hitting the subscribe button.